Welcome to KOS Radio.
So right now I'm going to turn it over to Marksman because I know there's some people he would want to thank for the 3-year anniversary of KOS Radio and KOS Live and all those kinds of things. So, Marksman.
Why do I feel like I'm at a wedding right now? Large up everybody that supported us. I can't believe it's been 3 years. We started off in I've been trying to figure out how to describe it. It wasn't even like a room. It was like a loft or like a den in MP's house. And it was just a thing where we had a meeting and we're like, yo, we have this internet thing. We should start it up. And me and Dez, being kind of young in the business at the time, were the first ones to step up and say, yo, we'll do it this Wednesday. And then we did it. I'll never forget the way Dez started off the show. It sounded something like, you're listening to KOS live on the internet. And I didn't know what I was playing, but apparently it was good because everybody said, yo, next week you guys got to come back. Same time, 9 to 11-ish. We came back the week after, did the same thing. Came back the week after that, did the same thing. Came back the week after that, did the same thing. And now it's 3 years. We're in a studio. We have cameras. Like, it's just ballistic, the support we receive from not only the listeners, but DJs in the city. Large up Soca Sweetness, Breakdown DJ Rob, some guys that have filled in for me on those times that I couldn't really be here and couldn't commit the time, but here every week now. But thank you guys very, very much for holding it down when I couldn't be there. So many artists have passed through. It's ridiculous, the artists that have come through. Like, KOS Radio has hosted almost every single artist that has come to Toronto in the past 2-3 years. We want to thank them, from the smallest artists, from the guys coming up to the biggest artists. Everybody's shown us love, and we show you love for coming through. Everything's appreciated. Of course, E-Man, Dr. J, the entire KOS, MP, Sir Phillips, DK, all these guys used to come just live and support each and every Wednesday. And like, you guys don't understand what that means to us, to just have that support in the studio. It's kind of boring to just sit here and play for a couple of webcams. You guys come, take time out of your week to support the show, and it's been like that for years. People didn't come for like the first couple weeks and then tail off. You guys have been here forever, and we thank you guys for that. Thank you to the listeners, and most importantly, thank you to the man that's always standing to my right hand man, Lone Lie, Dirty Dez. This is something that we started, we built. It led to bigger and better things for the station and other DJs coming in, and us just expanding this thing. We saw MP's vision and we put it the way he wanted it done, because it's something he's been planning for a very, very long time, and it materialized, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I know you are too, and I know you got some people to thank. So once again, thank you to everybody. If I didn't call your name, I didn't forget you. We thank you guys for all the support. 3 years, and trust me, check us in another 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, we'll be here.
Wow. I don't know what to say now. I know that KOS Radio has made the combination of Marksman and Dirty Dez what it is right now. And it just made it quicker. Every Wednesday you're doing this, and hopefully you can get better. And I think we've gotten better together as well too. You understand? I've learned things from Mark so that when I go out and I'm with DJs that are not KOS, I can show them things, and hopefully he's telling MCs.
You care to call any names there? All right.
No. We'll leave that one alone. I'm being good. And things like that. And I guess too, Mark has just gotten used to having me around, where he's put me on bills or draw for me to certain promoters and say, listen, if I'm playing, Dez has to be there because it's a combination, it's a package, it's a vibes. And that's why we call it FETE on the Net, because we were in a basement, 4 walls, and there was nobody around. The 3 of us, that's myself, Mark, and MP, and you thought you were in a party, and all we were looking at was walls. Well, some of the smoke helped, and some of the LCBO helped, but we still gave you that vibes, like as if we were at a party. And people always ask, well, how come it's like that? I said, because we like what we're doing, and we want to give you that kind of vibe. Of
Love
course,
what we're doing. You have to.
Have to. Enough trials and tribulations throughout, whether personally, individually, or as a group. And I mean myself, MP, and Mark. A lot of big meetings, a lot of small meetings, a lot of all these kinds of things, but we're still here, you know what I mean? And a lot of it is that, like Mark said, we see the vision, and we know that all the people on the outside come back every Wednesday to listen to myself and Mark, to the point now where there's 2 shows a night, almost every night. New people wanting to get on KOS Radio, and this is something that is live. Whatever show you're listening to or the dates that are slotted, you're watching and you're listening to live shows, right? Which is really, really big.
We're not pre-record. Nothing.
And then there's been times when people have been at work and listening to archives, and like they've said they've listened to 3, 4, 5 hours of KOS Radio, and it's gotten them through their day.
We get texts during the day going, "You're mashing up KOS Radio." I'm at home watching Judge Judy. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I'm at work babysitting the kids, so people telling us, "Yeah, you guys are live right now." No, I'm either sleeping or I'm at work. So that just goes to show you the power and the love that people have for our show. Plus, at work sleeping. Yeah, don't tell my boss that one too. It's supposed to be at work or sleeping, one out the two. But yeah, so we want to thank all of you, all the listeners. And again, it's gone worldwide. We have people listening in Australia. We have people in fighting the war in Iraq and Kuwait that listen when they get a chance. We want to big up all the people who were in the States, Paris, France, England, Calgary crew. You know, that's my crew. Montreal, Ottawa, all the crew out there. Miami, Brazil. Yeah, we've had Brazil locked online as well too. So we just want to thank everybody again, and another 3 years, maybe 10 years, I don't know. Almost for sure we'll be here next week Wednesday. So, you know, one step at a time.
Since we're on internet radio, the thing I like about internet radio is you can talk the things them, as Future so kindly brought it. So let's talk the things them. For the past 2 months, let's talk about the past 2 months. A lot of people were coming up to me, "What happened to KOS Radio, guys? Did you guys lose your studio? Did MP give up? Did you guys stop doing it? Like, what's going on? Is there something wrong? Is KOS breaking up? Is like, what's going on with KOS Radio?" The truth is, it's nothing dramatic. There's a man behind all of this, a man you rarely see, that you're gonna see in about 30 seconds because he's coming up here, that had this vision a very, very long time ago. It was maybe 10 years that we've had this server, maybe even more than that. Since we started this, like I said, I've had people fill in for me, people have filled in for Dez. Like, we've all gone about our lives sometimes in things that we have to take care of. This man has been here every single week. Every week. Anytime you saw us live, he had to be here because we don't know what the ass we're doing in terms of that side of it. So even through a very, very traumatic accident, he came back right after he recovered, started back the show. No, like, the only vacation this man had was in a hospital bed for the past 3 years. That is not a vacation. And we're telling you from the bottom of my heart, the honest to God truth, it was nothing but he needed a rest. It wasn't even worth saying how we needed a rest after Caravana. To be honest, that's just old talk. We didn't really need a rest. It's him that needed a little break. He went down to the islands, got a little break. MP is the man behind all of this, the man that started this idea, the man that runs everything. We just come here and do what we do. I play music, Dirty Dez MCs, we do what we do. Every single thing else, that banner at the bottom of the screen, the banner behind me, the equipment in front of me, the internet connection, all the cameras, everything else aside from playing the music and MCing that goes with this radio station is this man that's coming up here right now to thank everybody, and that's MP, also known as my big brother Nadisa, KOS family. And if it wasn't for his dedication, this would not have lasted this long.
This is KOS Radio.